Thank you, Lionel, and thanks everyone for coming here. Of course, it is daylight saving, so a few people might come in late, but that's fine. As Lionel said, my name is PHRE, and I'm the coordinator of Australia-Asia Worker Links. And just a few things, before we start on the actual proceedings, just to let you know that we will be finishing by 6 o'clock at the very latest, and we are planning, it's just on 3 o'clock, we are planning to have a break around 4:30. I've been told to let you know that there is going to be a professional photographer here taking pictures, so if you don't want your picture taken, please let Lionel or one of the organisers know, so you won't get there. Also, that PHRE has asked me that organising these sessions does cost money, so they will be looking for donations, and they are selling tickets. So at the breaks, if you see someone going out with a tin or tickets, there is a reason, basically, so the organisation can keep bringing you forums like this. So we've got a very interesting session today, and so we will be having Dr. Jayampathy Wickramaratne speaking, and you can see his first slide behind me. And then on the second half, and of course there'll be questions, and then on the second half after the breaks, we'll also have a talk by Menaha, who is from a plantation trade union in Sri Lanka, who's just arrived in Australia, but we'll get a bit more introduction after the break. This session really is not just for information, but certainly is for all of us, and we are looking for participation from you, the audience, so there will be time for lots of questions, so don't feel that we don't want to skip questions. So just to formally introduce, I'd just like to welcome everyone, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and dear friends. And again, just for some people who might not be aware, just a little bit of history of PHRE. On behalf of the People for Human Rights and Equality, PHRE, I welcome you to this forum on the situation in Sri Lanka. And thank you very much for sparing some of your time on the weekend. People for Human Rights and Equality is a cross-ethnic group of Sri Lankans and concerned individuals living in Melbourne committed to promoting the values of pluralism with a special focus on the Sri Lankan community in Australia. But having said that, the formation of PHRE was actually one based very much on the events here in Australia, very much the rise of One Nation, of the right-wing politics of Pauline Hanson in 1996. And with that, it was the emergence of sharp ethnic divisions within the Sri Lankan expatriate community in Australia since the mid-1990s. And interested parties from within this community came together to actually see how to counter the hatred and prejudice that were keeping the two major communities of Sri Lanka apart. And therefore, individuals from both of these communities came together to form this new organisation, the People for Human Rights and Equality, or PHRE. And the very first act of PHRE was actually very much a Melbourne-based one, where it participated in the huge anti-Pauline Hanson One Nation protest in 1996 against the politics of intolerance. And PHRE is very proud to say that, as far as they know, they were the only organised Sri Lankan group to participate in that rally in Melbourne. PHRE as an organisation recognises that each person has a fundamental right to life, shelter, healthcare, education and employment, as well as a right and an obligation to participate in social life and decision making about the future of his or her community. To establish durable peace in Sri Lanka, one needs to have a holistic view and look at the state structures, which are the source of social economic disharmony in that country. If the state remains undemocratic, intolerant, unequal and exclusive, hopes for long-lasting peace are therefore also dim. The state structure needs to be transformed to become equipped with inclusive mechanism to enable democratically elected representatives of the people of Sri Lanka to effectively participate as equal partners in the economic planning and development of the nation. Such radical transformation cannot be achieved without the unity of all those who are committed to a human and democratic rights approach and have the courage and determination to champion these ideals. The process of reconciliation and harmony has to begin with the responsibility of the society and its government to work towards developing the talents and capacity of all its citizens in an equitable manner. For all this to become real politics, we need a new kind of politics leading to a different breed of social, economic and cultural attitudes that take into account the issues of inclusivity and just as importantly, of social justice. On that point, I'm very honoured to be able to introduce you the first speaker with us, Dr. Jayampathy Wickramaratne, who will be talking for about 40 minutes on the issue of reconciliation and human rights of Sri Lanka. And as I said, we'll have the talk and then there'll be time for questions and then we'll have a break around 4:30. If you're not able to ask before the break, we will actually have time afterwards as well. So I would like everyone to put their hand together to welcome our first speaker.
Okay. Sorry, I was supposed to introduce Dr. Wickramaratne. Sorry. Now, Dr. Jayampathy Wickramaratne counts over 34 years as a legal practitioner in Sri Lanka and specializes in constitutional law, human rights, administrative law, and criminal law. In 2001, he was appointed President's Counsel in Sri Lanka. He holds a master's degree in public administration and was awarded the PhD for his thesis titled